Simon Chat. Hello, hello. Fun English, let's go, go.
Hello, and a very big welcome back to the deep dive.
Hi, everyone.
Today, today we are doing something really special. We are slowing things way down.
We really are.
Usually we take a giant complicated topic and we just run right through it. But today we are going back to the very beginning. We are looking at the foundation.
That is right. Today is special because our audience is special. We are speaking directly to you, the listener who is learning English.
Exactly.
Maybe you are brand new to the language, or, maybe you know all the grammar rules, but you still feel really nervous when you try to speak.
Nervousness is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I tried to learn a second language.
Oh, it is
It
terrifying.
really is. My hands would sweat. My heart would beat so fast. I was just so afraid of looking silly.
Yeah, that is a completely universal feeling. It's the fear of the unknown. And today, our mission for this deep dive is to help you destroy that fear.
I love that.
We want to give you confidence. We want to help you feel natural when you open your mouth to speak English.
Right. So for our listeners, you might actually notice that we were speaking a little more clearly today. We are taking our time. We want to make sure you catch every single word we say.
And our source material today is absolutely perfect for this mission. We are looking at a transcript from a fantastic video series.
It's called Simon Chat.
Exactly.
Well-
Specifically, we have the very first episode. It is titled Mastering Greetings and Everyday Small Talk.
Small talk. That is the magic phrase for today.
It really is the key to everything.
So we are going to explore the world of Simon and Mia. They are the main characters in our source.
Simon and Mia are our guides today. They are the hosts of this video series. And right at the start, they tell us their main goal. They say they want to help you learn real, everyday English.
Okay, I want to pause on that exact phrase, real everyday English.
Right.
That sounds nice, but what does it actually mean? I mean, is there fake English?
Well, in a way, yes. Think about the English you usually learn in a textbook.
Okay.
You learn sentences like, the pen is on the table, or the boy kicks the ball.
Right. Or the cat is red.
Exactly. And those sentences are grammatically perfect. The rules are exactly right. But if you walk into a coffee shop in New York or London, nobody talks like that.
No, they definitely don't.
If you walk in and say, hello, the pen is on the table, people will look at you very strangely.
It sounds robotic.
It sounds totally robotic because it has no feeling. Real, everyday English is about connection. It is about how real people actually speak to each other, to make friends, to be polite, and to feel comfortable.
Comfort. That is the key word right there. Simon and Mia talk a lot about building comfort and confidence.
And they have a really specific philosophy for this. They say little by little.
Little by little. I really love that approach.
It is so important for language learners. When you learn a new language, you usually want to know everything immediately.
Right. You want to read Shakespeare on day one.
Exactly. You want to read heavy literature, or you want to watch fast movies without the subtitles, but that is just too big of a step.
It is like trying to run a full marathon before you even know how to walk.
That is a great way to put it. Little by little means we just take one single step at a time. So today, we are not learning complex grammar.
No grammar tests today.
None at all. We are not memorizing 1,000 vocabulary words. We are just learning how to say hello in a way that feels really good and natural.
Okay, so let's officially enter the world of Simon and Mia. The source actually describes the setting for us, and it feels very warm.
It really does.
Mia starts by saying, "The coffee is ready."
I love that detail from the source. The coffee is ready. It instantly sets the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's very welcoming.
We are not sitting in a cold, strict classroom with a chalkboard. We are in a kitchen or a cafe. We are just relaxing.
And when you are relaxed, your brain actually works much better.
It does. When you are stressed out, your brain sort of closes down. It tries to protect you. But when you are relaxed, you are open to new sounds and new words. So for everyone listening, I want you to imagine you have a warm cup of coffee right now. You are comfortable.
Take a deep breath.
Yes. And now we are going to look at the first big lesson from the source. Meeting someone completely new.
The stranger.
Yes, the stranger scenario. This is often the hardest situation. You are in a new country, you see someone, you want to speak to them, but you don't know them at all.
Simon and Mia give us a very specific scene for this. They call it Dialogue 1, and it takes place in a coffee shop.
A coffee shop is the absolute classic setting for real English practice. It is a public place, but it feels a little private. It is very safe.
Okay, let's look at the actual script they provide. We have person A and person B.
Yeah.
Person A walks up to a table. Person B is already sitting there.
Okay.
And there's an empty chair.
Okay, picture the scene.
Person A says, "Hi, is this seat taken?"
Let's stop right there because this is a fascinating phrase. Is this seat taken?
I have to ask, isn't this completely obvious?
What do you mean?
I mean, if the chair is physically empty, it is empty. Why do we have to ask a question at all? Why not just sit down?
That is a really great point. Physically, yes, the chair is empty. You can clearly see it with your eyes. But socially, it is not that simple.
How so?
Well, in many English-speaking cultures, especially in places like the UK, the US, Canada, we have a very strong concept of personal space.
Oh, right.
Imagine there is an invisible bubble around person B. Even though that chair is empty, it is inside their invisible bubble.
Ah, I see. So if I just walk up and sit down without asking, I am basically popping their bubble.
Exactly. You are breaking their force field. And that is considered very rude. It makes it look like you don't care about their privacy or their space.
So the question, is this seat taken, isn't really about the physical chair at all. It is like a password.
That is a perfect metaphor. It is a password. You are politely asking for permission to enter their space. You are showing what linguists call negative politeness.
Negative politeness. That sounds a little complicated for a beginner.
It is just a fancy term. It simply means you are being polite by not imposing on them. You are sending a signal that says, I know this is your space, and I respect it.
Okay, so we know why we say it. We need the password. But now, how do we actually say it? Because I feel like the music of the sentence really matters here.
The music matters a lot. The tone of your voice changes everything.
Let me try it wrong first.
Okay, go ahead.
Is this seat taken?
Oh, wow. If you say it like a robot like that, is this seat taken? It sounds really aggressive.
Yeah, I sounded angry.
You sounded like a police officer asking for my identification.
Right, that is scary. We don't want to scare the person at the coffee shop.
Exactly. You need your voice to go up at the very end of the sentence. You need to sound tentative and friendly. Listen to the pitch of my voice. Is this seat taken?
Is this seat taken?
Yes. The voice goes up. That high pitch at the end signals friendliness. It signals to the stranger, I am not a threat.
Okay, so we have asked the password question beautifully. Now we have to wait for the answer. And in the source, person B says, no, go ahead.
Listeners, pay attention right here. This is a massive trap for new learners. Be very careful.
It really is confusing because the answer they give is no. But the actual meaning of what they're saying is yes?
It completely breaks the brain at first. Let's break down the logic really slowly.
Okay.
The question was, is the seat taken? Taken means occupied. It means, does another person belong in this chair?
Right. So if I say no, I am saying, no, it is not occupied. Nobody else is sitting here.
Correct. So no means the chair is free. It means, yes, you can sit.
Imagine if person B actually said yes.
If they said yes, they are saying, yes, the seat is taken. My friend is in the bathroom. You absolutely cannot sit here.
That would be so awkward if you sat down after hearing them say yes.
Very awkward. So you are always listening for the word no. No is your green light to sit down.
And then person B adds a little extra phrase. They say, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is a lovely, natural phrase. It is very welcoming. It basically means, please continue, or I am happy for you to sit.
So person A gets the green light. They sit down. The invisible bubble is broken. But they did it in a really polite way. Now what happens?
Well, now you are sitting right next to a total stranger. You have permission to sit, but you still don't know them.
In the dialogue, person B breaks the silence first. They say, hi, I'm Sarah. And person A replies, thanks. I'm Alex. Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you. In the source, Simon calls this phrase the classic.
Why is it considered a classic?
Because it works 100% of the time. It is totally fail-proof.
Really?
Anywhere. Yes. You can use it with a new boss at work. You can use it with a young child. You can use it on a romantic date. You can use it in a coffee shop. It is the gold standard for English greetings.
It is basically like a verbal handshake.
Exactly. In fact, in many cultures, you often say those exact words while physically shaking hands. Nice to meet you. It officially signals that the relationship has started.
Right, we are no longer complete strangers. We have crossed a line. We are now acquaintances.
And the source mentions a really sweet personal story here. Simon mentions that he used this exact phrase when he first met Mia.
I really like that detail. It shows that you don't need to be super clever.
No, not at all.
You don't need to invent a new, funny, or poetic sentence when you meet someone. Just use the classic, nice to meet you.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off.
Okay, so they have successfully introduced themselves. I'm Sarah. I'm Alex. But now, We enter what I like to call the danger zone.
The danger zone. What do you mean?
A silence. You were sitting there at the table. You have said hello, you know each other's names, and now nothing.
Oh, yes.
Silence in your second language feels incredibly heavy, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels terrible. 3 seconds of silence feels like 3 hours. Your brain starts to panic. You start thinking, did I say something wrong? Does this person hate me? Should I just look at my phone?
It is pure panic. So, to save us from that awkward silence, Simon gives us what he calls a bridge question.
A bridge question.
Yes. Person A asks, do you come here often?
Do you come here often? This is a very famous English sentence.
Is it a little bit of a cliche? Because I feel like I hear this in every romantic movie.
It is definitely a cliche. But here is a secret about learning English cliches are actually great for learners.
Really? Why is that?
Because they are completely safe. Everyone already knows the script. When you ask, do you come here often, you are not asking a difficult or confusing question. The other person knows exactly how to answer.
You're just trying to keep the conversational ball moving back and forth.
Precisely. Let's look at what the question actually does socially. Before, they were only talking about the empty chair. Now they're talking about the person.
Ah, right. It shifts the focus. It asks about their habits. Is this coffee shop a regular place for you?
It is a very soft, easy way to get to know someone without being too personal.
And it is very low pressure.
Yeah.
You are talking about coffee, not politics.
Exactly. My biggest rule for new speakers, never, ever talk about politics in the first minute of meeting someone. Stick strictly to the coffee. Stick to the environment around you.
Because it's common ground.
Exactly. You are both sitting in the same coffee shop, so you both definitely have an opinion on it. It is safe.
Let's hear the answer from the dialogue. Person B answers the question by saying, sometimes. I like the coffee here.
Very simple, very honest. I like the coffee here.
And person A replies, same. It's my favorite place to relax.
Same. We really need to talk about this specific word. Same.
It is such a tiny word, just 4 letters, S-A-M-E.
But it is incredibly powerful. When you say same, you are instantly building a connection with the other person. You are telling them, I am like you.
And humans love that.
We do. Humans love to feel like they are part of a group. When you agree on something as simple as the coffee, you are forming a tiny little team. Team coffee.
It makes the other person feel validated, like their opinion is good.
Yes. And look at the rest of the sentence. It's my favorite place to relax. Now suddenly they have 2 things in common. They both like the coffee, and they both like to relax.
The stranger is slowly becoming a friend.
And that is the absolute magic of small talk.
That actually brings us perfectly to our second big section from the source material, defining small talk. We use this phrase a lot in English, but I know some people really hate it.
It's true. Many language learners hate small talk. They think it is fake. They think it is a waste of time. They want to talk about big, important ideas right away.
But the source defines it very specifically as light conversation about simple things. Things like the weather, the food, the weekend.
Simon says in the video, nothing deep at first. And this is actually very important for your brain when you are learning.
Why is it so important for the brain?
Imagine you are speaking your second language. Your brain is already working so hard. You are translating words. You are thinking about the grammar rules. You are worried about your accent.
Right, the brain is tired.
Yes. So if I suddenly ask you, what is your detailed opinion on the economic crisis in Europe? Your brain will probably explode.
It is just way too much cognitive load.
Exactly. The topic is too heavy. But if I just ask, do you like this coffee? That is a light topic. You can easily lift that weight. You can just say yes or no.
So small talk isn't just about being polite to the other person. It is actually about checking the connection.
Yes. Think of it exactly like a computer network. Before a computer sends a huge, complicated file, it sends a ping.
A ping.
Just a tiny little signal to see if the other computer is actually there and ready to receive data. Small talk is the human ping.
Nice weather today. Ping!
Yeah, it's really sunny. Ping back.
Okay, the connection is good. We're both relaxed. Now we can maybe talk about bigger things.
Mia says in the episode that these are the first steps to making friends in English. You really cannot have a deep, meaningful friendship without that shallow start. You have to build the bridge before you can walk across it.
That makes so much sense. So we have mastered the stranger scenario. That was what we can call the formal mode.
Right.
But now let's switch gears completely. Let's look at dialogue 2 from the source.
The source notes say this dialogue is for greeting and acquaintance.
An acquaintance. Now that is a really hard word to pronounce. Acquaintance.
It is tricky. An acquaintance is someone you already know a little bit.
So not a total stranger.
No, maybe it's a coworker from your office. Maybe it's a neighbor who lives down the street. You know their name. but you definitely aren't best friends yet.
So the whole vibe of the conversation is different. It is not formal anymore. It is casual.
Yes. In the first dialogue at the coffee shop, we said, "Nice to meet you," but that is way too formal for someone you already know.
If I say, nice to meet you to my neighbor, who I see every day.
They will think you have amnesia. They will be very confused.
Right. So instead, in dialogue 2, person A says, hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? In the source, they actually mention this as Mia's absolute favorite greeting.
Let's talk about the pronunciation here, because I think this is where textbook English and real English really fight each other. If I read this greeting in a textbook, it clearly says, how is it going?
And if you say, "How is it going?" with a pause between every word, you sound exactly like a computer program.
So how do real native speakers actually say it?
We smash all the words together. We are lazy. It becomes one single sound. How's it?
How's it? Like the letter Z-I-T.
Exactly like that. How's it going?
Let me try that. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? It really flows, right? It has a nice bouncy rhythm. It sounds friendly and relaxed. Casual English is very often lazy English. We want to say the words as fast and as smoothly as possible.
And what does it actually mean? Does it mean, where are you going?
No, it has nothing to do with travel. It just means, how are you? Or what is happening in your life right now?
Okay, so that is the casual question. How's it going? Now we need the answer. And this is where things get really controversial for language learning.
Oh, yes. The great lie of English small talk.
Let's look at the script. Person B answered the question by saying, good, good, how about you?
Good, good. Notice the repetition there. Saying it twice makes it sound energetic and positive.
But wait a minute. Later in this exact same dialogue, person B admits that they are super busy. Maybe they are actually really tired. Maybe they are stressed out from work. So why on earth did they start by saying, good, good?
This is a huge cultural point to understand. Simon and Mia explicitly state in the video that this answer is not always 100% honest.
And honestly, that feels a little wrong to me. I want to be an honest person. If I'm having a really bad day, why can't I just say, I am having a bad day?
You can say that, but you have to understand the social cost of saying it.
The cost. What is the cost?
Yes, the social cost. If an acquaintance says, "How's it going?" and you say, "Well, I am having a terrible day. I am sad. I'm angry at my boss. My car broke down." You're basically handing the other person a very heavy bag.
Oh, wow. I give them all my emotional baggage.
Exactly. And they just wanted to say hello in the hallway. They are not ready to carry your heavy bag.
I see. And it's just a quick casual chat.
Right. It is an act of what we call social mercy. When you say, "Good, good," even if you are tired, you are telling the other person, "I am safe. I am easy to talk to right now. You don't need to worry about fixing my problems."
So it isn't a malicious lie to trick them. It is a polite lie to be nice to them.
Precisely. It keeps the conversation light. Remember our definition from earlier. Small talk is light conversation. Total honesty can be very heavy.
That is such a helpful way to think about it for learners. We are actually prioritizing the feeling of the interaction over the strict facts of the day.
Yes. Unless you were talking to your absolute best friend, or maybe your mother, the rule is to just say, "Good, good, keep it moving."
Okay, so we have lied about our feelings to protect our neighbor. Now we need to keep the casual chat moving. Person A asks another question. Busy week.
Now look closely at the grammar here. If this were a formal written test, a full sentence would be, "Have you had a busy week?"
Have you had a busy week? That had a lot of extra words.
It is way too many words for a quick casual chat. So what do? We chop off the entire beginning of the sentence. We just say the very end, "Busy week."
And the intonation of the voice goes up at the end.
Yes, exactly. Busy week. That rising pitch implies that it is a question, even without the grammar words.
And person B answers, yeah, super busy.
Uh.
But the weekend is coming.
See, now they are telling a little bit of truth. Yeah, super busy. They admit they are tired, but they immediately fix the heavy mood. They pivot straight to a positive topic. But the weekend is coming.
Why do they feel the need to do that?
Because they don't want to be labeled as a complainer. In English small talk, nobody likes talking to a negative Nancy.
Right.
If you complain too much, you bring the energy of the conversation down. By mentioning the weekend, you instantly bring the energy back up.
Because everyone universally loves the weekend.
It is the ultimate safe topic for small talk. We all work or study. We all want to stop working or studying. The weekend is the shared goal.
Then person A asks another chopped off question. Any plans?
Another chop. Do you have any plans? Completely shrinks down to just any plans.
It is starting to feel like a tennis match.
Eh.
Ping pong.
Hmm.
Short, quick hits back and forth.
That is a brilliant analogy. In small talk, you don't want to hold the tennis ball for 5 minutes. You want to hit it right back over the net.
And the source gives us a specific rule for this. The rule of length. Simon says, you don't need long answers.
This should be a massive relief for all language learners. You do not need to tell a long, complicated story. You don't need to recite a whole paragraph. Just 1 or 2 short sentences is absolutely perfect.
Let's see how person B does it. They say, just relaxing.
Just relaxing. 2 simple words, and then they use the absolute magic word, you.
I feel like that is the most useful tool in the entire conversational toolbox.
It really is. Listeners, if you ever get stuck in an English conversation, if your brain totally freezes, if you completely forget your vocabulary, just say, you! It throws the tennis ball right back to the other person. It saves you entirely.
And person A answers, same. Maybe watch a movie.
And there is our favorite word again, same.
It really is the glue of casual conversation, isn't it?
It really is. Saying same means I validate your choice. Just relaxing is a totally valid plan for the weekend. Same.
So we have deeply analyzed all the words from the source.
Yeah.
We know the why and we know the how. But knowing the rules is not the same as actually doing it in real life.
That is the ultimate gap, the knowledge gap. You can sit here and listen to this deep dive and understand every single concept we talked about. But if you walk into a real coffee shop tomorrow morning, will you actually be able to open your mouth and speak?
That is always the hardest part. And this brings us to section 4 of our deep dive, practice and habits. How do we actually get these English words out of our heads and into our physical mouths?
Simon is very strict about this step in the video. He has a specific method he wants viewers to follow. He tells them, pause the video and say out loud.
Say out loud. It sounds so simple on paper. But be honest, do you think people actually do it when they're watching a video alone in their room?
Honestly, most people don't do it. Most learners just sit silently. They watch the screen, they listen to the audio, they nod their heads and think, okay, I got it, I understand.
But they don't actually open their mouth.
And that is a huge mistake because speaking a language is a physical activity. It is a sport. Your tongue is a muscle. Your lips are muscles.
Right. If you want to learn how to play football, you can't just watch football games on TV all day. You have to physically go out to the field and kick the ball with your foot.
Exactly. If you only listen to English, your ears get really strong, but your mouth stays totally weak. You need to build up muscle memory. You literally need your mouth muscles to know how to make the physical shape of a word like how's it.
So let's do a drill right now for our listeners.
I love this idea.
I want you to be brave. I'm going to say the phrase, and I want you to repeat it right after me, out loud, wherever you are right now. In the car, on the bus, cooking in your kitchen.
Let's do it. Don't be shy.
Okay, here is the first one. This is the coffee shop password. Remember the melody we talked about? Your voice goes up at the end. Is this seat taken? Go on, say it out loud. Is this seat taken?
Good. Now let's try the casual one for a neighbor. Remember to smash the words together lazily. How's it going? Try it. How's it going?
It feels a little funny talking out loud to a podcast, doesn't it?
It feels completely silly, but you really have to embrace the silliness if you want to learn.
And Simon actually has a specific technique for this to make it even more physical. The mirror technique.
Yes. He advises, do this every day, even to yourself in the mirror.
Why the mirror specifically? Why not just talk to the wall?
Because human communication is not just audio, it is highly visual. When you look in the bathroom mirror, you are acting as your own conversation partner. You can actually see your own face, and you can ask yourself, am I smiling?
Oh, that is such an important point. If I say, nice to meet you with perfect pronunciation, but I look furious and angry, it totally ruins the greeting.
Exactly. You need to train your face muscles to match your English words. You need to practice making comfortable eye contact. The mirror helps you put the whole visual and audio package together.
So the expert advice from Simon Chat is, be silly in your own bathroom.
Be very silly in the bathroom so that you can be confident out in the real world. Think about it. If you can comfortably say, how's it going to your own face in the mirror 5 times, it will be so much easier to say it to your neighbor just once.
It lowers the stakes. You have already done the hard part. The source also talks about one last, very important thing. Community. Learning English, especially studying alone at home, can feel incredibly lonely. You spend a lot of time trapped inside your own head.
It can be very isolating. You feel like you are the only person in the world who is struggling to remember vocabulary or making embarrassing mistakes. But Simon and Mia really emphasize that we are not alone in this journey.
At the end of the video, They have a call to action. They ask the viewers to actively engage. They want you to go to the comments and write, "Hello from your country."
I absolutely love reading those comment sections on language videos. You scroll down and you just see, hello from Brazil, hello from Japan, hello from Egypt, hello from France.
It is so cool. It makes you realize something really big about the language. English isn't just for British people or American people anymore.
No, not at all. English belongs to the entire world now. It is the global language of connection. When you learn to say hello, you are literally joining a team of millions of people all over the planet who are all trying to do the exact same thing. They just want to connect with each other.
And Simon and Mia promise that they read every single comment.
That provides a sense of accountability. When you take the time to type hello from my country, you are taking a real action. You are raising your hand in the global classroom. You are saying, I am here. I am trying my best.
And that is always the first step.
It is the bravest and most important step.
Wow. We have really broken this whole topic down today. We went from a simple, basic hello to the deep psychology of human connection and personal space bubbles.
It really is amazing how much cultural depth is hidden inside such simple, everyday words.
It is. So let's summarize what we have learned today in our outro. What are the absolute main takeaways that our listeners should remember from this deep dive?
I think there are three main keys to take away today. Number one, context matters.
Right. Who are you talking to?
Exactly. You have two different modes. The formal mode is for complete strangers. That is when you use "is the seat taken?" and the classic "nice to meet you."
And the second mode?
The casual mode is for acquaintances, people you already know a little. That is when you use "how's it going?" and "busy week."
Whatever you do, don't mix them up. Don't walk into the CEO's office and say, "How's it?"
No, please keep that for your friends and neighbors.
Okay, what is takeaway number 2?
Number 2 is the small talk rule. Keep the conversation light. Keep it simple. Don't be afraid to use the good lie, even if you are having a really tiring day. Remember, in small talk, you are building a friendly bridge. You are not stepping into a confessional booth. Show some social mercy.
I love that. Social mercy. And what is the final takeaway, number 3?
Number 3, practice physically. Don't just sit and think about English. Speak it out loud. Use your bathroom mirror. Train your mouth muscles. And do it little by little.
Little by little. Mia actually says at the very end of the source video, "We believe in you."
And Simon adds, you're already taking a big step just by listening. And that is so true for our audience today. If you listen to this entire deep dive, you have done a fantastic English workout for your brain today.
You really have. We are so proud of you for showing up and trying.
We really are. Keep it up.
Now, before we let you go to practice in the mirror, we always like to end our show with a deep dive twist.
Yes.
A final, provocative thought to make you think a little deeper about the topic on your own time.
So we talked quite a bit today about that good lie. We discussed how in English-speaking cultures, we often prioritize politeness and light energy over raw, heavy honesty during small talk.
Right. We want to protect the other person's energy.
So here's a question for you, the listener, to think about this week. In your own native language, in your own culture, is it the same? Or is it completely different?
Oh, that is a great question.
If you ask someone, how are you in your home country, do they tell you the absolute truth about their bad day? Or do they also lie just to be polite?
It makes you wonder, is English small talk fake? Or are we just being kind in a very specific cultural way?
Language completely shapes how we connect with other humans. When you speak English, you are not just translating words, you are adopting a brand new way of connecting. Maybe when you speak English, you actually become a slightly different version of yourself. A person who says, good, just to keep the peace and build a bridge.
That is definitely something to think about the next time you look in that bathroom mirror to practice.
Indeed it is.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Simon Chat. Keep practicing out loud. Keep talking to the mirror.
And please don't be afraid to politely break the invisible bubble and say hello.
We will see you all in the next deep dive. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.